I usually wish you a happy new week, but today, let's sit down and understand why true happiness and freedom carry such a heavy price tag. The silence of the early hour is a canvas, and your choices are the ink. We seek peace, yet we often fear the effort required to earn it. Look at the world waking up. Behind every calm exterior is an engine of movement, a constant flow of energy striving for a moment of quiet. We all travel this road together, searching for a destination where the soul can finally rest without the weight of tomorrow's burdens pressing down on us. This journal is empty, just like the freedom we imagine. To fill it with meaning, we must first face the discomfort of the white, unwritten page. Freedom is not a gift that arrives by chance. It is a monument we build with our own hands, brick by brick, through every difficult sunrise. Savor this moment. It is the bridge between the dreams of the night and the discipline of the day. Every drop of focus counts for everything. I want us to explore the hidden cost of a peaceful mind. It is not found in idleness, but in the fire of intentional, focused living. The transition is never easy. The sky must burn to become bright. Your spirit, too, must endure the heat of growth to find its true light. Before we can reach the peak of freedom, we must climb the mountain of effort. There are no shortcuts to a life that is truly yours. Time is the currency of our existence. How we spend it determines whether we are buying a cage of comfort or a landscape of genuine liberty. But wait, there is a catch. Most people misunderstand what it means to be free. They see the result, but they ignore the harsh, necessary fine print. We often mistake passive consumption for relaxation. We lie down, we scroll, we distract ourselves, yet we feel more exhausted than when we actually started. Like this toy, our minds bounce between distractions. We fall over and over again into the trap of easy dopamine, losing our center of gravity. This is not a criticism of rest, it is a dissection of the illusion. To be truly at ease, the mind must first learn how to labor. I am not here to paint a pretty picture. The path to a peaceful soul is often lonely and requires a cold, hard look in the mirror. We discard the difficult tasks in favor of the easy ones, but in doing so, we crumble the very foundation of our future self-respect and peace. Everyone has their own context, their own struggles. I am not generalizing, but the law of discipline remains an absolute constant for every human heart. Nature teaches us that effort is the price of survival. Why do we think we can achieve a higher state of being without carrying our weight? Knowledge without application is just noise. Freedom without responsibility is just chaos. We must choose the burden of discipline over the weight of regret. We think we are working, but often we are just staying busy to avoid the real, painful work of thinking deeply and choosing our path. Let this image soothe you for a moment, but remember, the river is only calm because it has already found its path through the solid stone. True stillness is an active state. It is the mastery of the storm within, not the absence of the wind outside. It requires immense internal strength. We burn ourselves out on things that don't matter, then wonder why we have no light left for the things that truly define our existence. The reality of discipline is as hard as these rocks. You cannot wish your way to the top. You must climb with sweat and sore muscles. If you want to feel the warmth of true freedom, you must first be willing to endure the cold of the long, hard winter of work. This is the dream we are sold. The idea that happiness is a permanent vacation, a life of endless leisure without any effort or struggle. If this is a reward for your labor, it is sweet. But if this is an escape from your life, it will eventually taste like ash. Reality has a way of catching up. When we avoid the suffering of work, we invite the misery of lack, debt, and constant underlying anxiety. Idleness without foundation creates a silent panic. You are resting, but your mind is screaming because it knows the bills of life are coming due. Time is flowing away. Every hour spent in meaningless niceness is an hour stolen from the person you were actually meant to become in this life. The illusion of being Nahan is a trap. It feels like comfort, but it functions like a cage, shrinking your world until you are afraid to move. We chase mirages of easy success. We want the result without the process, the harvest without the planting, the peace without the internal war. Try as you might, you cannot hold on to a life of leisure if you haven't built the vessel of character to contain and sustain that peace. Busyness is often just another form of idleness. We run in circles so we don't have to face the terrifying prospect of moving in a straight line. That itch of boredom, that restlessness you feel when you have nothing to do, that is your potential calling out to you from beneath the surface. Life is a storm. If you don't learn how to sail, you will spend your whole existence hiding in the harbor, watching the world go by. We are trapped by our own misconceptions. We think freedom is out there when it is actually in here, in our ability to master our own impulses. Consumerism offers a cheap imitation of freedom. It tells you that buying more or doing less is the answer. It is a lie that leaves you hollow. Without the suffering of growth, we wither. We need the challenge, the resistance, and the struggle to stay alive and vibrant in this harsh world. It is time to cross that bridge. It is time to stop dreaming of idleness and start working for the kind of freedom that actually lasts. This is where the mind begins to suffer. It is the suffering of the muscle that creates the strength to stand tall against the world's pressures. Kicking off the warm blankets is a battle. Every step in the dark is a victory over the part of you that wants to stay small. Discipline is the ability to maintain a smile and a clear head after being told no 100 times. It is the mastery of your emotions. To have a relaxed mind during a crisis, you must train your brain to handle difficult information and complex problems when everything is still calm. The suffering of discipline is voluntary. You choose this hardship so that you don't have to suffer the involuntary hardships of failure and lack of control. Saying no to the immediate pleasure is the ultimate act of self-love. You are protecting the peace of your future self from the whims of now. You are hardening the shell of your spirit. When the cold winds of life eventually blow, you will not shiver because you have already met the frost. Precision is born from the suffering of patience. We must learn to slow down, to focus, and to do things right, even when they are tedious. The higher you want to go, the tighter your grip on your own life must be. Freedom is found at the edge of your comfort zone. There is a profound joy in the suffering of creation. It is the feeling of using your potential to its fullest, of leaving nothing on the table. You are the sculptor and the stone. To find the masterpiece of your life, you must be willing to cut away the excess, even if it hurts. Stability is the result of struggle. The tree that survives the storm is the one that has had to fight for every drop of water. This is the goal. A mind so disciplined that it no longer needs to be forced. It simply knows the value of the day and welcomes it. The suffering is almost over. You have paid the price in sweat and focus. Now the quality of your life is about to change forever. True idleness is not the absence of work, but the absence of worry, and you only stop worrying when you know you have prepared for everything. Look at yourself. The person who endured the discipline is not the same person who started. You have transformed the quantity of effort into quality. When the amount of effort reaches its peak, the quality of your existence shifts. You don't just exist anymore. You bloom with purpose and grace. You are finally Nyan. Not because the world has stopped being difficult, but because you have become too strong to be easily disturbed by it. This cup of tea is your reward. It tastes different now. It tastes like victory. It tastes like the freedom you fought so hard to secure. You have earned the right to be slow in a fast world. You have earned the right to be silent in a noisy room. That is power. Your external world now reflects your internal state. Order, clarity, and freedom. The chaos has been tamed by the power of your daily will. Your freedom also benefits those you love. Because you are at peace, you can offer them a version of yourself that is present and kind. Hanfuk is not a miracle that falls from the sky. It is the harvest of the seeds of labor you planted in the dark soil of yesterday. Don't wait for the world to give you peace. The world has none to give. You must create it within yourself through the fire of discipline. When you are Du Lun, when the effort has been enough, the Chut, the quality of your soul, will change automatically. You become the master of yourself. Go forth with this knowledge. Do not fear the suffering of the mind. It is the only way to reach the idleness of the spirit. I wish you a week of meaningful struggle. I wish you the strength to choose the hard path so that your life becomes truly easy. You deserve the freedom you are willing to fight for. Never settle for a cheap imitation. Go out and build the real thing today. Only when you have truly suffered in training will you find that idleness is the most beautiful gift you can ever give yourself. Thank you for being here. May your mind be disciplined and your heart be free. Until we meet again, stay focused and stay true. Freedom is the goal. Discipline is the way. Peace is the result. Have a wonderful and powerful week ahead, my dear friend.